It watches in all directions through slit eyes, biding its time until it would enact a calamity. It was a nightmare of immense and terrible power. The miners would whisper, a thing of abject cruelty. Now it's a little hard to read it, because the rain is getting on the text. But let's go. But it was also a patient creature. It waited until it felt ready to unleash such cruelty, and believed that its ravenous hunger for chaos would be sated. Some believed it waited until enough infants cried out with newborn wails to descend from its perch and devour each and every last baby. But actually the thing with rain and text is pretty creative. You don't see this in games. Others believed it was simply waiting until an age of plenty before cascading down an area of sickness and madness, of fire and char and blood upon all those peered upon from the mountain top. And one day, after hundreds of generations of farmers and traders had lived and died in the valley, it appeared in view. The beast had risen in the true. It appeared without warning, with neither sound nor fury. It was simply there. Curled atop 4 legs, steaming breath rising from a black maw, leather wings folded in on its hulking shape. It towered over the center of the village, ominously silent. It did not move. It did not even seem to be living, save for the sipping steam billowing from its slick snout. At first the people of view peeked at the beast from behind shuttered windows, sneaky glances from the safety of embroidered drapery. An hour passed, then 2, and when the sun had reached the highest point, the people began to emerge from their homes to approach the creature. The beast seems to be sleeping. The bravest souls crept close enough that those looking on would rather say that their figures seemed darkened, as if the beast bleached the light of their skin. The people of view, or that trough, gathered to discuss what was to be done. The beast slumbered, but for how long? Why did it sleep? And perhaps more worryingly of all, how had it arrived in their valley? Not a soul had seen its arrival. It was almost as if the thing had simply materialized in the center of the village, or, some proposed, it had emerged from the earth itself. But if that were the case, how had the soil, the valuable, rich, raw earth, the source of their plenty and their affluence, birthed such a terrible creature? The villagers decided to stay in their valley. The creature slept, and the creature breathed. With each breath, its skin rolled, unmiting the thorny black scales into a rolling obsidian braer. But it did not rouse it. It did not move it. It did not rain terror from the skies, nor did it consume children by the score. It slept. The farmers continued to tend their land. The merchants made their yearly trek up the treacherous trails to collect what little chips of wealth the miners had collected in exchange for the farmers' yield. Year after year, however, there seemed to be a little less harvest, a little less yellow and blue passed around in the snowy alcoves covered from unforgiving rock, a little less green in the valley, a little less light. This continued for 20 years, until the day it began to rain. The people of view, or the trough, watched the cloud roll in not from the south, whence the clouds usually arrived, laden with water from a faraway sea, but from the north, where there was but ice and stone and mountain. And on the highest mountain, the beast. The rain crept in the valley in a dampness that did not relent, but instead crept into every corner. The mountains themselves seemed to sweat and pour water in the valley. The water carried with it a quiet rot. The first harvest after the rains began produced a meager crop, and what little could be gathered was black with mold before the merchants had a chance to trade for their yellow and blue. Their livestock fared no better. The animals began developing weeping sores that became infected and killed with a quick fever. That winter, the people of Troy or View watched one another waste away as they began to starve. The next harvest was worse. Every last crop had turned mealy and infested before midsummer. By the last of the season, the last of the livestock were dead. That winter, the people of Troy watched one another descend into a state of hungry madness, devouring the rotting wood, sloughing from their homes in slimy heaps under fine leather belts that once held yellow and blue, now sprouting spores of black mold. The village and its residents were rotting away. The beasts slept. As the rains from the north continued into the third year, the few remaining people in the trough began to prophesy about the beast. It had come and brought with it great devastation, they could agree. It had brought the rains from the north, and it brought a rot to the village that would not relent. Squatting in what little remained of their crumbling homes, they dreamed of the day that the beast would be satisfied when it would wake and leave their valley and allow them to farm the land and trade with the miners for their bits of wealthy again. The time will come, they said, when the beast will wake from its slumber and spread its wings, reaching from one. Did you see that on the screen? That bird changed into some kind of dragon. The other, and with a bit of those mighty wings, it will ascend aloft a squall, and the wind will lift away our root. The villagers waited for this day to come. A generation came and went, born into the rain and long rotten in the moldy dirt. They were very few, but still clung to the hope that the beast would finally feel it had caused enough rain and return to its mountain perch. The beast slept. Until it did not. The day the beast awoke, the villagers celebrated. They watched it stretch its long, horrible form into shape, heights shuddering as it shook the decades of rain from the thorny scales. They sang to the beast as it stood uncertain and reared on its haunches, unfolding the scattered leather wings from the one end of the valley to the other. The time of the beast's departure had finally arrived. The time had come for the cleansing wind. The beast beat its wings, emitting a tired and ugly groan as it lifted from the sodden earth. With a final sigh, it shot high into the air, sending a great gust of wind through the valley that toppled what a dismal dwellings remained hazardly standing. The valley was swept clean. The villagers were knocked from their feet by the rush of wind. As they struggled upright, they felt the sun on their skin for the first time. They rejoiced, their pale forms dancing in a pitiful display of frailty. They could return to the ways of their ancestors. They could know plenty. They planted their first crop before the grass had even greened, with their newfound acuity for the hunger pains that plagued them constantly. But the grass did not wax green, and the crops did not grow. The decades of rains from the north had left the earth poisoned. There was no going back. They would not know plenty, nor would they silence the constant muttering of their stomachs. Their rot had been lifted in its place sterilify. The sun shone, but it was on a new land, a land turned to jagged and forgiving slate, where perhaps bits of yellow and blue could be scavenged if one dig deeply enough to find a petrified leather belt. That's the end. Oh, I don't have it with me to read. I obviously remember. Did you like it? I did. I don't know what was the first option I chose. I'll print you a copy. What were you doing at Grandpa's house today? Just visiting. But there's no one there to visit. I just wanted to see it. Oh, why didn't you ask if I wanted to go? You were... Whoa, it is dark. You were just... We can go together tomorrow. Okay, did you find anything there? Something for you, actually. What is it? What is it? A guitar pick. Why would I want? Why would I want a guitar pick? It's around. It's cool. You could use it. I don't play the guitar anymore. Why not? You left and everything changed. No one else could teach me, and Mom and Dad didn't want to get me lessons. I can teach you now. I don't want to. But I'm here now. I don't care about guitar anymore. That was before. Well, you can keep the guitar pick. I don't want it. I will. Are you crying? What? I'm just sad. Is it because that funky person kicked you out of the house? Of your house? Ben, I don't. Or is it because you had to move back home since you couldn't find a job? Mom and Dad are worried about both things. They think you are sad because of them. Ben. Oh. Okay, Ben. Give me the phone. Kelly's crying and I want to know why. I know, honey, but let me talk to her, please. Come here, Bat. Help me wind up this radio so we can listen to the weather report. Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong, Kelly? Just... No, you're fine. Go help Dad. Okay, I'm sorry you're sad. Hey, Kelly, are you okay? I'm fine. I don't believe you. I don't want to talk about right now. Okay, are you close to home? I can tell it's really dark. I can't believe the sirens are still going off. This might be the longest tornado warning we've ever had. They are saying 2 more have touched down in the country. Oh crap. I don't like where this is going. Listen, when you get home, we'll all sit down and have a talk. I think we need it. Okay. You really can't tell where you are? 5 miles out, maybe. Okay, make sure you... What's that noise? Kelly, I'm going to have to let you go. Mom? Mom, you are breaking up. Oh, the bell, look at all. Kelly, Okay, again. Stop giving man. Hello? Hello? Why you give me that text when I don't see anything? I have no idea what I clicked. Don't tell me we were just at the place. What is going on? Huh. Tornadoes are a scary thing, actually. We've never had it in Poland. Well, look, some time ago there was one, but it wasn't like a very powerful, and what isn't near me or anything. And the wind will lift away or not. Actually, very interesting guy. 3/4 home. Okay. Hopefully you enjoy it. Me reading the whole story. Almost whole, because sometimes I clicked space and didn't actually know what was there. I will have to check it out by myself. Alrighty, so see you in the next series. There will be, don't worry. Bye.